Here we are, Emma, under the mighty gaze of Creag National Nature Reserve. So why don't you introduce yourself and say a little bit about the work that you're doing?
Yep, so I'm Emma. I work within the edit team currently. I've been here since April. I'm working on a graduate placement focusing on the landfill maps of Scotland that we produce with Space Intelligence. It was funded by the Can Do Innovation Fund. So the maps cover the whole of Scotland and they classify habitats up to UNIS level 2, which is a European habitat classification system. And they were originally produced to help with the Natural Capital Asset Index, but now we're beginning to explore the other applications of the maps, including habitat connectivity mapping and protected area management.
So Emma, we've got our kit here in our hands, and a really important part of this project is actually what happens on the ground and how that compares to what is seen from above on the satellites. So that's about ground truthing and validating the data. So tell us simply why that's important.
So these maps have been produced using aerial, spatial and habitat data, and with remotely sensed data it's really important that we come into the field and check that what we see in space is the same as what we see on the ground. And these maps are essentially computer generated, so they used this data and fed this into an algorithm which predicted the classifications for habitats across the country.
So Meagaidh is synonymous for innovation of all types of habitat restoration work that's been on here for decades, and the work that we do with young people and bring them into careers in land management. And here we are again using innovative technologies on the reserve. So what makes Meagaidh so special?
So we've chosen Meagaidh as our test environment because validating these national maps is going to take a huge national sampling strategy, so we thought we'd break it down into more manageable chunks. So we chose Meagaidh because it's relatively central in Scotland, so it allows us to draw expertise in from across NatureScot, from GIS analysts, habitat specialists, and the reserve staff that work here are great as well, very knowledgeable about all the habitats that are found here. Meagaidh's also got some great examples of the upland habitats that we're interested in, and some great examples of the woodland restoration that's occurred as a result of the de-management. So it's great to look at as we walk through and start validating some of the data points. And another benefit is commuting here is relatively low carbon emissions, so we can charge our electric cars down at the electric charging point, which is hydro powered straight from the reserve.
So Emma, we're back at base now, and as we've gone round the path we've been talking about different technologies, and NatureScot have been investing in innovative technologies over the last couple of years, and here we are using them in the field. So just tell us a little bit more about those technologies that have been deployed.
Yeah, so the use of innovative technology is really important in this project. Mainly the use of these data collection platforms in the form of this Samsung tablet. So we're collecting all of our data on field maps, which is an Esri app, so we can view and edit spatial data straight onto these tablets, and when we've connected to the internet that data will go straight up to the cloud and it's available to view on a desktop. So that improves data management and reduces data duplication, stuff like that. But we're also looking into using drones to validate some of the more easily recognisable habitats like woodland, so we can quickly fly the drone over some woodland and collect some data if it's an inaccessible area or if it'll save us time.
So this is very much cutting edge technologies that are being used at the moment, and it's speeding up, it would seem, the pace at which technology is developing. So I'm going to ask you to use your crystal ball. What do you think all of this will look like in 5 years' time?
In 5 years' time we hope that the maps will be at a level where they can be used in informing decision making at NatureScot. We hope that the validation effort will become part of NatureScot's everyday fieldwork campaigns, and eventually we're looking forward into using citizen science to contribute to our data validation effort across the country, which will hopefully raise awareness of Scotland's habitats and will contribute to our aim of connecting people and nature.